Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Cook, and I am just finishing up my freshman year here at UMSL. And this semester, I interned with the St. Louis Blues, which, if you don't know, is the NHL team here in St. Louis. Sorry. Um, to begin, roles and duties. So my role was called stats runner. My main roles were so prior to the game, we bring the lineup sheet to the radio people, TV people, PR people, and then the upper management, meaning like our GM and then the opposing team's GM or whoever's there representing them. And then during intermission, we would bring stat sheets to those same people as well as the TV trucks and Bally Sports. And then following the game, we would bring the final stats to only the PR people and Valley Sports, which are both downstairs at the end of the game. And then anything else that was possibly needed of us that we could do, we would do if they asked us. Establish goals. Um, networking is huge. You'll hear Dr. B say that a lot, and I'm going to touch on that a couple times. Just talk to people, connect with them on LinkedIn, get their number, anything. Um, learn the behind the scenes of a professional sports organization, and then of course find out if this is something I'm interested in doing in the future, because there's just a lot that goes on. So there's many different roles. Did I achieve my goals? As far as networking, I definitely networked a little, but not as much as I would have liked. It can be a little daunting talking to some of those guys that were there, the scouts and any other people. Um, when it comes to talking to scouts, some of these guys played in the NHL or just of high stature, so it can be kind of difficult to go up and just speak to them. I don't want to bother them or anything. But next year, I definitely want to get better at that and network some more. I definitely learned a lot about what goes on. There is a ton that goes on behind the scenes. And regarding something, if this is something I'm interested in, it's definitely something I could be interested in for the future. Something I'll definitely consider if a role is offered to me. Oh, excuse me. What I learned, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. There's far more people involved than I think people really imagine. There's someone for everyone, and it's pretty crazy to see firsthand. Um, Everybody seems to know everybody, and that's just saying it in the hockey world. A lot of these guys have established relationship already with each other. If they played with each other, or like they just go back, family, friends, anything. A lot of guys know each other. Job has its perks. It's a very neat job, and it's something I'm very fortunate to do. Um, I'm around a lot of cool people, players and stuff, so it's definitely neat, and I get paid to go watch Blues games. So, um, and as I said, touching back on a lot goes on behind the scenes. As I mentioned, there is a person for everything. Everybody has a role, and all those people need to do their job for things to go smoothly. So, it's definitely pretty crazy, taking a step back and thinking about that. Um, Biggest takeaways, uh, again, professional sports teams are like a well-oiled machine. Um, I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but you know, everybody has a job and they have to do their job. It's, there's no better way to put it. I know it can be kind of hard to like really, you know, imagine, but it's crazy. And then again, in roles such as this, you're often around very influential people. As I've mentioned prior, you're on players. There's a lot of former players that come around often. A lot of guys who are really important to St. Louis in the history of the Blues. And it was overall really, really great experience and something I'm very blessed that I had the opportunity to do and hopefully continue doing well during my tenure here. Growth. I wanted to. I definitely got a better understanding of the roles within the team. There's so many again. Better grasp of what I may be interested in the future. Um, Again, understanding networking is king in this industry. And then professionalism, everyone there is a professional. They're professional at what they're doing, and they act like it. So, if you're when you're around those people, you gotta act like a professional as well. Um, what I would tell my younger self, follow your passion. Uh, just don't do something for the gratification of other people. Do it for yourself. Pave your own path. You don't have to be you don't have to be like a cookie cutter of other people. You can get to where you want to be so many different ways. It doesn't have to be one route that a couple other people or one other person took. Soak in as much information as you possibly can because you never know what information will be important for you in the future. And this kind of correlates with soaking in info. Ask a bunch of questions. If you want to know something, just ask. If you're confused as to why something is the way it is or why they're doing it, just ask. Chances are someone will tell you, and then it'll be good information to know. Oh, excuse me. Advice for incoming students. Again, I'm not going to explain it, but network. Um, do your homework. Always do your homework because if you don't, it adds up quickly and your grade will drop quickly. Pay attention. Again, every bit of info is very important, and always listen to Dr. B's advice because she gives great advice and she knows what she is talking about. Advice for current students. Keep pursuing your dreams, find what you love, and definitely enjoy the process. You don't want to be stuck doing something you hate. Find what you truly love and follow that because you never know how high the ceiling is. Advice for sports management, advice about sport management course and classes. Stay on top of your work. Again, do your homework. Listen to podcast assignments because they're good information. And again, take any advice you can get. Advice is great, and never pass up on any opportunities to get some good advice. Um, in conclusion, follow your niche, follow your passions, and do good in school. You do not want to do something that you are not passionate about because you will not enjoy it. I have I think I'm most passionate about hockey, but I just got to find exactly what I like the hockey operations side, but it's a very hard business to get into. But I'm just gonna follow my passion, do what I can, and hopefully I'll get there someday. And that is it. Thank you very much for listening.